right, well, we are going to be kicking things off with strongholds on Empire. Who do you want to start off with here?
Let's start off with the team captain of Allegiance. Let's go Spartan.
All right, so jumping in with Spartan as he makes his way over towards the overshield outside by Turbine. Looks like he is going to get some help from a player that is pushing in very quickly, but he's going to miss a crucial melee and get taken down to one shot. He will fall. Let's see if anyone else there was able to retrieve that overshield. No, that's going to be 3
It looks like it was burned,
down.
but Shooter does have the camo. He is trying to take pit as we are speaking. He got to almost halfway cap, and he's going to take off before he gets caught out of the scene. He has a lot of this camo left. He got it around the 54-second mark, so we're going to see it come up real soon in about 2 more minutes, minute and 30 seconds. He does see a player, and he's trying to go for the cleanup kill, but he's missing everything in the clip, but he finally got the shots to connect, almost getting embarrassed right there. Luckily, he still has the camo.
Yeah, doing a great job at just keeping this alive right here, keeping this advantage for his team. Just about a quarter of it left. Not too much, but just doing his job here, staying alive at bottom mid. They still have control of 2, looking to pick up a kill, and that's why that camo is going to be extremely useful. He wasn't seen on the radar, so he was able to sneakily make that move right up the front of tower without being seen.
You know, another really good strategy, and Frosty does this quite a bit on this map. He likes to grab the camo and the assault rifle suppressor. Means you could absolutely run around and shoot however you free, and you will not appear on radar at all. It's a very effective strategy, and Frosty abuses it.
Definitely right you are. So let's actually move on over to, let's see what Boo Boo Doo Boo's up to. Another young gun on this squad. He's been around for a little bit, but still young nonetheless. He's trying to hold down some cover here in red, but he'll be taken down, getting tag teamed over there. And it looks like he's having a
sensitivity crisis.
Sensitivity, but it looked like he just wanted to change some audio settings right there, turning his audio down, maybe up. I couldn't quite see, but he's going to spawn up and go straight for bottom middle, trying to get this reset here. He's got 3 teammates there, and they are going to be able to get that reset.
And that was the Noxide trying to take back pit, making sure that they can get the finish cap, but Boo Boo Doo Boo and friends were not going to let that happen. The Noxide finally getting taken down. Boo Boo Doo Boo as well getting taken down. The overshield is going to be coming up soon, but it looks like they're trying to fight it, and it looks like Shotzi just burned the overshield from what it looks like, and the camo will be coming up on board. So let's go on board with Shooter, who got the camo the last time, might be going for it again.
All right, Shooter actually is going to fall. He's not going to stay alive. Let's go back to Boo Boo Doo Boo as he was able to retrieve that camo. Going up to top tower, looks very similar like what we just saw with Shooter, just keeping that control at tower, letting them spawn in there and just being a nuisance beneath them. But they are getting trip capped on right now. Let's see if they're going to be able to do anything with this camo, pick up a kill or 2. They are able to get 3 down for Team Allegiance. Only 1 player stands. That's going to be Denoxide. So they're trying to get some control back. They are able to get 1 stronghold back, but they did lose the lead while that trip cap was happening.
That was a huge play by Denoxide as well. He was going to contest it, but he said, you know what? He got his camo. There's 3 guys in. I'm not challenged at any time soon. Boo Boo Doo Boo still using this camo to his effect with the radar. There is 2 players down, but they're about to lose pit as Commonly was going off, getting a huge double kill into the pit, and there is a capture as the defense just wasn't enough. Boo Boo Doo Boo staying alive, controlling pit.
Yeah, Boo Boo Doo Boo just really rotating perfectly and taking these perfect routes to just stay alive. Now he's working with a teammate out by Turbine right now. Let's see if he's going to be able to get into an altercation. He is. He'll spot 2 players and do a great job at backing down to stay alive. But essentially, he'll finally be taken down by a beatdown. He did a lot of damage, though, and that's what we see from a lot of players sometimes. We see them outputting a lot of damage, and that keeps the other team at bay. You got to keep up that aggression throughout the entire match.
And a nice dodge, and a melee was going to connect. The assault rifle, he said, you know what, it wasn't worth my time. I'm going to pick up the green gun. It's one of my favorite guns in the game. It's very consistent for you if the player ran out of boost, and it can definitely take out the overshield in a second.
Yeah, we just unfortunately see him miss that plasma pistol shot, but he does stay alive and finish the kill. Still going strong at bottom middle, and finally is taken down. Let's move over to the other side and see if Shotzi's going to be able to get anything going here. No, he's going to be taken down, so now we'll move over to Falcade.
And the overshield is going to be coming up soon, so I want to go on board with anybody that looks like they're going to be making their way toward the overshield grab. I don't know who it's going to be, but a bunch of the players are already fighting outside for it. It looks like Shotzi is waiting on top of overshield, waiting to grab it. No, Boo Boo Doo Boo is.
Yeah, it does look like Boo Boo Doo Boo was just sitting right there. He is going to be able to get it and stay alive, as they are 3 players down for his squad, though. So It took everyone on their team to be able to pick that up. And look at this.
Oh, and look at the technique. Boo not looking up. He was wondering, is the camo guy? He had the overshield. I like to call him Green Lantern, and he's only Green Lantern if he could grab the plasma pistol to shoot with that ring. And he is just going to go absolutely OP. If you have the overshield, you want to make sure you have the green gun locked down on your side of the team, or it's just not going to look good. But they're trying to fight for this camo.
Yeah, right you are. Boo Doobu's going to fall, so let's actually move over to the other side. Spartan the dog, bottom middle, trying to stay alive. He goes down. Now, actually, look at that. That was all 4 down for Team Inconceivable. All 4 down. So this is the opportunity that Team Allegiance needs to get some type of control, and they are holding 2. They still have the lead, and look at this. They're keeping them they're forcing the spawns at tower, making it absolutely the most difficult to try and move up to get a stronghold from bottom mid or from a base.
And so far, all these players have all the times locked down. It looks like Boo didn't really have the overshield locked down. He was waiting on there for about 15 seconds. 15 seconds you could have used helping out your teammates instead of hanging out outside. They did lose some time while they were doing that, but it looks like the lead is going to be going toward Allegiance.
Right, you are. They are pulling away now. Looks like they're feeling pretty comfortable. We've got Overshield coming up in about 30 seconds right now as we see Spectre pick up a double kill. Denoxide's down as well, but we'll stick with him through the respawn. Immediately flying across the map. You hear some screams, some big screams from main stage over there. I'm not sure if you can hear them at home. I think Spartan the dog must have pulled a sick play because he was going nuts just like he was earlier.
And that's going to be Denoxide getting taken down. Meanwhile, we're on board with Commonly, who's trying to contest the pit, but he's going to get contested by another player. I believe it was Shooter, who just took down Commonly. So let's go on board with Shotzi, who's going to be trying to defend red base all by himself.
Shotzi making a move, knows there's a player in here, picks up the kill. He'll get the reset. Still in control, but look at this. He does have 3 players down on his team. He's got to make something happen, though. He is going to pick up a kill. Can he get the double? He does buy some time for his team, though, and they are still in control of this pit. This game is all tied up, 62-62. These 2 teams evenly matched up here.
Yeah, it's 62-82, almost getting caught up right here. They do have have 2 strongholds, so Inconceivable is back in it. I don't know if you saw that. They brought Overshield to pit, and they did get backsmacked. So Overshield did die from someone from Allegiance, did die in Overshield by getting backsmacked. It looks like the camo guy also got dropped for nobody has camo in it, but it is just a mosh pit down here in pit.
Good correction on that. Apologies on the call out there. It is 88-66, 89 now to 66, and it looks like Team Allegiance will potentially be closing this game out here in a few moments. They just need to keep control of this pit. Pit is always the most crucial stronghold to control, but look at this. You're seeing a player from Inconceivable, now 2 players. That's going to be 2 down from Team Allegiance. Make that 3 down for Team Allegiance over to Shotzi. He was there helping his team get some control. We're going to have to see them get this next Overshield as well, which will be up in 45 seconds, so they got to be weary of that. Hopefully their coach does know that time. You see Shotzi out here with the plasma pistol. He's got some team help out there as well, so great teamwork. That's going to be 1 down. Make that 2 down. Make that 3 down for Team Allegiance. They are bringing themselves back into this game.
And that is a stick going on a Shotzi. The Overshield is going to be coming up about 20 seconds. It's going to be the differential of what's going to be the outcome of this game. Again, another mosh pit. Look at the contestants. And that's going to be a double kill going to Boo Dubu as he's looking for the triple kill off spawn. But he said, you know what? Let's guys set up for camo, set up for Overshield. We got to lock it down. Boo Dubu grabbing camo at the 33-second mark. He needs to make a huge play here.
Yeah, I believe Overshield will be up shortly as well. So we'll have to see if they're able to get that as well. That will be huge. They are going for the trip cap, and actually look at this. They'll go for a trade. They're going to lose blue base, and they need to get control of this, which they do. Now, keeping that control of the pit, the most important one. You've got players over inside of Turbine from Inconceivable. You've got Boo Dubu pushing up right now. Players from Team Allegiance pushing over to the Turbine. No action really happening. There we'll see a trade for trade. 1 player down for each team. Boo Dubu playing a little bit more passive than we've seen throughout the rest of the game because he knows he needs to stay alive. If something goes wrong, we are now actually almost tied up here, Butters. 94-96 as Inconceivable is closing in.
And that is 4 members down. If this guy dies, that's going to be 4 members down from Allegiance. This is absolutely phenomenal gameplay coming from Inconceivable. Locking it down. They were down by 20, and that's going to be a game moment, 99-100. Or what's A 96 to 100 dyslexia coming in on me, but that is all right because that was amazing. Definitely expecting a good series and a good matchup from both of these teams.
Yeah, and we were talking about the series that they had online in that Placement Cup. Team Allegiance won the first 2 games, and Inconceivable came back to win the next 3. Inconceivable brings that game back when they were down by a mountain. They were down by so much, and they climbed that mountain. They came back and brought home the W.
And let's look at the stats here. As you can see, a lot of stronghold captures, total controls, 0 to Inconceivable. They had no total controls, and we're going to go to the kill feed, and absolutely Slayer Fest.
Wow, look at the kills from Shotzi, the 15-year-old kid coming out here at this first tournament here, coming in strong, 25, 10, and 16. And take a look at the assist stat here. Look at that stat line. A lot more assists coming out from the squad on Inconceivable, working together a lot more than the guys on Team Allegiance. It's like essentially the Team Allegiance guys just hit a brick wall once we hit that one point in the game. They hit 96 and they couldn't get another.
It all turned whenever I said that the next overshield, the next camo is going to be coming up, and it's going to determine the factor of the game. And they fought for pit. Instead of going and setting up just like Inconceivable did, they let Allegiance capture all the points that they wanted as they were setting up for 2 sides of the map. Meanwhile, Allegiance pressuring pit. They got 4 members down. That let Boo Boo Doo get the camo. I'm not too sure who got overshield, but it definitely worked in Inconceivable's way nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. And you look at Empire's strongholds, it's historically an extremely fast and extremely aggressive game type. Now going over to Plaza Slayer, though, this can be kind of a standstill game type. I mean, I almost sometimes compare it to a lockout Team Slayer at moments, because you'll have a complete standstill where one team is just not pushing out from yard or not pushing out from blue, and you've got the other team kind of rotating with the sniper. Maybe they're at loop, maybe they're over by snipe. Depends on where their team is set up, but I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to play out. I don't know which team kind of is better at that passive play. I know they're very good at that aggressive play. They all have phenomenal shots, so this next game is going to definitely be a great one to watch.
I can't wait. Plaza Slayer, always my favorite. And as you can see, there's the recap already of where everything was going wrong. Look at the score here. It's 23 to 30. Huge double kill. Still, look how close it's getting. They were absolutely back and forth. That was a huge play. Boo Boo Doo Boo did not see the guy on the computer as he was trying to figure out if he had camo or not, and he let him capture the base. That was very unfortunate for Boo Boo Doo Boo, but absolutely crazy gameplay. And this is where it all changed. What that Spartan charge, dodge, and almost the stick going to Shotzi.
We're at 94 to 71, and Inconceivable was able to turn that completely around and bring that back. And it's no easy feat. They may make it look easy, but it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of teamwork and just slowly making your way back up that climb to turn things around. And you saw they ended up losing blue base, but they were able to counter that by getting red base and putting it back into their favor. I think what we saw that Inconceivable did really well was hold the pit. They kept their main focus there. They kept someone in Turbine. They managed to kind of have someone kind of snooping around at the bottom of the tower. Always had someone around the pit to just make sure nobody was able to easily sneak in and regain control of that.
Yeah, and a lot of these players, whenever they're down, even though you're outnumbered, they try to make sure that they could at least stay in crouch and hide. Contesting the pit, they're not trying to fight 2 players at once. But as long as they can stall until their teammates are coming up, and that's exactly what both of these teams are really good at doing. They're pretty much pros. In my opinion, they are pretty much pros. They all know how to work, watch each other's back. They assist each other, and their call-outs are phenomenal. They explain so much into detail on how they need help, when they need it, and they're even predicting on when they do need the help.
Sounds good. Well, you see all smiles right there from the guys on Inconceivable. And even the guys on Team Allegiance, they're not letting that faze them. You saw them. They're talking. They've got chatter. It's the worst when you see someone just completely quiet and silent and not doing anything. But let's jump on board with Commonly here with the battle rifle. Let's see what he's going to be up to here. You've got the overshield in his sight line, but players from Inconceivable are going to be pushing up fast right now. Commonly opts to back down, and that looks like it's going to be Shotzi who gets the overshield. The young gun, the new young gun, able to pick up the OS, pick up a kill right now, and looks like they're already getting some great control here at the start of the game.
And that was the Noxide strafing 4 pistol shots from Shotzi and got an entire storm rifle onto that overshield. Absolutely draining it. That was phenomenal. And here's Shooter right now as he's just playing passive. He's not challenging. It's the beginning of the game, and they're already playing don't challenge.
Yep, 3-1, and they are slowing this up. Look at this teamwork. Definitely backing down at the right moment, and that's something I really got to point out. Sometimes it's not always important to finish off a one-shot kill. Sometimes you just leave them and go for someone else. But look at this. We've got Boo Boo Dubu with the sniper rifle down to one shot. He's got to get some help from his team to stay alive. Let's see if he's going to get into any perfect sight lines to take any faces.
And there's a call. Guys, I'm not feeling comfortable. They're going to be spawning in my cafe. We got to reorganize. Going for the no-scope, but not connecting just yet. But they are setting up back glass. Everybody's trying to get the yard set up so nobody can counter Boo Boo. He is definitely going to be the heart of the beginning of this game.
Without a doubt, they do have the lead, and like you said, they don't need to play aggressive here. Just hang back. Let your team kind of be that fortress around you. Taking a face, that's going to be Denoxide sitting down, looking for the double. You can tell there's some fear from this player. Not feeling comfortable challenging. Boo Boo Doo is going to get hit by a grenade. He'll finally fall down by the loop. We'll see if Shooter's able to finish off a kill there. He is able to do so. That sniper is still down by the loop.
It's actually in the hands of Suspector. He finally took it to yard. He is trying to get out of dodge. There's so many players fighting over there at loop, and he's trying to figure out where his team is spawning, and he's hearing the call out, going for the cleanup kill. There's the cleanup. He's going to be pulling out the sniper for the no-scope. Somebody at posters, but he's saying, I'm not going to challenge. We're down. I'm not going to challenge just yet.
Right you are, and he's sitting up at the top, sneaky right now at Yellow Pipes. Only down by 1 kill now, so definitely still in this, but unfortunately you're going to see Inconceivable pick up that next overshield. That's a big OS, not letting that go into the hands of the players from Team Allegiance. And still, now we're all tied up. Actually, now Inconceivable picks up that kill, but look at this. Suspector has Sniper in a very weird position down here at bottom middle. Now he's going to get sandwiched. He's going to lose that Sniper, and that's going to go back into the hands of the players of Inconceivable.
Yeah, he was definitely a double-stuffed Oreo in that position, just going right in the middle of the map, just going in between two Inconceivable players. A very odd choice of positioning there, but a nice kill from Shotzi, almost getting taken down. And look at the challenge from this guy on the radar. He's not going to push it just yet, and gets the trade while one shot. Meanwhile, Shooter is just chilling, waiting for the new sniper.
A great play by Shotzi, just taking the attention from so many players in such a bad position down there because he has really nowhere to go, but he's making himself such a hard kill. And that's what you got to love to see out of this new young player, just really kind of playing into those situations the most beneficial way to your team rather than just towards yourself. Shooter spots a player up top, connects with the barrel. You don't see the barrel come into play too often, but Shooter definitely making it look way too easy.
And Shotzi was going to finally grab the sniper rifle. He's trying to do the jump all the way to the S2. Kind of failed it, but you know what? It may have been a happy little accident as he almost got a kill right there. And so far, nobody's going to be poking out. They're giving Shotzi the benefit of the doubt. They know that this kid has a shot. His name's Shotzi for a reason, and you're about to find out why. We might even get a chance to say Yahtzee with a double kill for the 2-for-1. I can't wait for that moment.
I love casting with you, Butters, man. You are too much fun to cast with. You're killing it. Shotzi still with the sniper rifle right now. He's got 10 shots, so a lot of ammo to do some damage. Not going to be able to connect there. He will get pegged and get his sightline taken away, but he does know that player is going to come back, so he's got his sightlines just placed in the perfect spot, just waiting for these players to push. And look,
and there was the aim of Peekaboo, more like Pika don't, as he is going to get caught out of the guard. And there's a double kill with a nice no-scope as he tried to contest for the overshield. Nobody's spawning at Garden just yet, but he's going to be moving with his team because they know he's going to get collapsed on any moment now.
Shotzi just doing it so perfect right now with the sniper, up 25-17. Looks like he does get that body shot, and it looks like Boo Boo Dubu might. Nope, Boo Boo Dubu was not able to finish off that kill. I don't believe so, but look at this spot. This is a great spot to be just super sneaky. You could catch a player coming up Cinema Stairs. They're not going to be normally looking at this back corner for a player to be sitting with sniper. So Shotzi playing definitely very sneaky, very ninja-like.
Definitely. He's just, this is like an animal in the making. He's just trying to stalk his prey, waiting for the right time to strike. I think nobody from Allegiance even knows where Shotzi is until now, almost getting that headshot, a body shot, and here comes the pressure on to Shotzi. It was a nice call out. It was like Operation Get Shotzi off the snipe.
Yeah, that was 3 guys taking all of their attention at Shotzi. So Shotzi definitely making it apparent that he is one of the guys that they need to look out for. Shooter coming up the lift right now alongside a teammate, making a push over to Cinema Stairs. They're going to get this player down to one shot. You've got I believe that was Shotzi, who's going to finish off that kill. So looking at that, great teamwork as well from the guys on Inconceivable. Up by 9 kills, now at 30. Time is ticking, and there will be another overshield coming up in about 30 seconds as well. If you're on Team Allegiance, this is something that you need to get control of because Sniper and OS will both be up, and these will be two things that can easily bring you back into the game.
Now, what do you think about this play? Shooter just got a kill on a Posters. The Sniper was up in 2 seconds. He just killed him at Posters, so nobody was there, and he ran away from it. I don't know. Spartan ended up grabbing the Sniper rifle because Shooter didn't bother to grab it.
Yeah, you mean basically Spartan could have had some help there. We didn't see the other side of that, but yeah, maybe Shooter and another teammate could have made a push over there to potentially put some pressure on this. And what did we just say? Spartan's got the Sniper. He's got his teammate with the overshield.
Commonly he's the Green Lantern for me right now, and there was a kill on a Spartan, going to Spartan, and it's absolutely turning the tides. Now, if Spartan can make some shots here count with the Sniper rifle, Shooter should have tried to challenge that because this is going to be the difference of the game.
And that was the first shot Spartan took with the Sniper rifle, surprisingly. But he's still got quite a bit of ammo. They're only down by 6 now. Definitely going to need to potentially slow things up and let Spartan pick up some headshots. Spartan's going to miss a crucial kill here as that player just gets away. Maybe a teammate can finish him nearby. You see a player underneath just sprinting over there, and 2 players are going to fall. Again, we are only down to 2 kills.
And we were down by, and Allegiance was down by 9. They had the Sniper control, and because of that, they're playing as passive as possible. They don't want to play peekaboo with anytime soon. A nice body shot, and here comes another operation. Get the Sniper rifle, but he has all the team from Allegiance to back him up on the play. He's trying to make sure nobody can get the flank. They're only down by 3, almost getting the no-scope, but it's not going to connect. But a player did die, so he's losing some teammates.
Yeah, I mean, he's able to get the body shot, pick up a kill, and finally put this Sniper rifle actually to use right now. So still down by 3 kills. He's got 6 shots left, gets another body shot, but the only thing about getting these body shots is there are no teammates there to finish those kills. He's got to be able to get those clutch headshots to bring his team back into the game, so it's now getting pretty slow once again. He does spot a player, hits the no-scope, gets the charge,
double kill!
The double!
And that was a huge double kill as it's 37-35, bringing him back into the lead. Spartan not even shook as he is just playing as calm and as professionally as possible, getting the double kill. That's going to make the confidence come back even more, but he's getting more body shots with 0 cleanups. Just like you said, it's not helping any of their problems right now.
Overshield is going to be up right now as well, so let's see, is that going to be commonly able to get it? Yes, he does. You'll see that on the death screen of Spartan. He was able to burn that overshield, and check this out, Suspector taking it slow, but look at the scoreboard now. They're down by 5. They lost that they were playing catch-up. They were only down by 2, and they lost that. That's huge. Look at this guy up in the trees, up in the rafters, and you're going to have Suspector
stand alive, almost killing himself, and that's going to be 2 players down from Inconceivable. That was a 2-for-1 trade. They were trying to get the kill on the Suspector, but we're going to go on board with the guy who has a Sniper rifle. I think it was Shooter, but he just got taken down, and it looks like Shotzi picked up a Sniper.
All right, now over to Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo. Yes, he does have the Sniper right now, 43-40. Let's see if Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo can do anything with this. Taking down that barrel, because that could definitely come back to bite you in the rear if you get taken out by that. Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo up on this little sneaky ledge up here, knowing of all these little ledges around Plaza. Plaza definitely famous for all these ledges around the entire map, like we just saw over in the yard. Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo just taking it slow, though. These guys have the lead. They don't need to rush it, but you don't want to play too passive. You want to put on a little bit of pressure, and Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo is going to go down. Let's take a look at the other side. I think that was Commonly that was able to take him down. That Sniper will still sit at top sniping, going to the hands of Denoxide, but Denoxide's going to fall, and you've got Commonly looking for this Sniper.
Yeah, and right now Commonly is going to be having to fight for the Sniper rifle. He's going to have to fight a lot more people than he expected. He does have the support, but they're all getting killed at Hotel, and I guess it's checkout at Hotel for Allegiance as 2 of the members just got wiped out.
Yeah, Spartan did have to bail out there. He could not make his way over there because if he did, he would just get collapsed on by so many different players on the other team. Back over to Boo Boo Jubu. He's got the sniper. Still a lot of ammo left in this as well. Could easily use this to close out the game, but you definitely know Team Allegiance is taking it slow. They are not going to potentially put themselves at risk, and as I say that, there's a guy top middle. He's waiting for that overshield. Going for the no-scope!
There's the no-scope onto the knock side as he's gotten taken down, and that's going to be 50 to 47, multiple no-scopes coming out of Boo Boo Dubu and Spartan the dog. All I got to say for Spartan's play, bow wow. That was amazing no-scopes.
I can't believe these games. These are the best games we've seen so far of the event throughout the open bracket. We've seen 3-0 after 3-0 after 3-0. Will Team Allegiance be able to break that 3-0 curse kind of happen throughout the tournament right now? Inconceivable is looking like they are not going to let that happen. Taking a look at that stat line right there, 15-8 from Shooter. You've got 15 and 13 from Spartan. Big numbers from these guys. Let's take a look at some of these other stats, though. Let's check the damage dealt line. A lot of damage dealt from some of these players, and look at over at the other side. A lot of damage dealt by Spartan and commonly as well. So.
And, you know, they was down by 9 for the longest time ever. It all changed whenever Shooter didn't fight for that sniper rifle. They got the lead back. Luckily, a lot of body shots going to Spartan, which was helping Inconceivable out a little bit more, not getting the headshots that he needed to get. So they did end up still holding the lead, making the end game 50 to 47. But I want to see the assists coming from absolutely everybody. Like I said, all these teams know how to help each other, and they even predict the situation they're about to get in so anybody can get a setup to watch his back.
Without a doubt, it just seemed that Boo Boo Dubu, it felt like we were on him so much, and he had the sniper at so many times. Just taking a look at the power weapon kills, you had 5 over on the side of Inconceivable, and not only that, you had them pick up 3 overshields. So although Team Allegiance was able to grab an OS and the sniper at the end of the game, it's a little too late at that point. It's all down to that last moment, and the time is ticking. Let's take a look at a few of the recaps here.
Yep, and there's Shotzi, and he has overshield, and that was the Noxide draining the entire overshield for that beatdown, taking down the overshield guy. Meanwhile, Boo Boo Dubu having the sniper, and it's just absolutely Sniper City. That was the Pika Don't moment as he played a little too much of a peekaboo there. Can't wait for the Spartan the Dogs episode, but a nice no-scope onto the overshield guy.
Yeah, I think this was the moment Spartan had this kill and picked up the double somewhere around here. He was definitely in flowers when it happened. There's the first one. There's the double. Reno taking the double kill, bringing him back. And then this kind of sealed the deal here. Boo Boo Dubu's clutch no-scope kill there, not allowing them to get that overshield, and then also placing a splinter grenade right on top of that OS.
That was a huge moment to know that nobody's going to suicide it, especially at a 47 to 48 game. Nobody's going to try to make any mistakes. You saw the player at Loop come up trying to take down Boo Boo Dubu because he did have the sniper rifle, but like I said, he wasn't Chuck. He tried to focus so hard on Denoxide and got that no-scope in the end, and everything absolutely collapsed, going into the favor of Inconceivable.
So going into game number 3, we're going to see CTF on Truth, and we've seen extremely fast games happen here throughout the tournament already. We saw one in less than 2 minutes earlier, and a lot were under 3 minutes as well. So taking 2 teams like this, I know you pledge allegiance, but going into game number 3, what are you thinking here?
I think it's time to learn the truth before you don't pledge allegiance, okay, because allegiance is about to show what they're made of and get the reverse sweep from the grudge match.
Yeah, I mean, if they could pull that, definitely getting some nice revenge there, getting the reverse sweep. But it just looks like this Shotzi player, this new young player, it seems like he's really picked it up quite well. It seems like Shooter, Boo Boo Dubu, and Falcated are kind of the players that he needed to mold him into that team-oriented player. He has a great shot. He's great individually, but we're already seeing shining moments of him having phenomenal teamwork, pushing. Obviously, we can't hear their teamwork right now, but we're seeing a lot of pushes just from our POV and him kind of coming out of the woodworks and then helping some player out to finish off a 1 or 2 shot kill and just really being there for his teammate and not being too oriented on, I need to have the most kills. I need to be doing everything perfect individually. Sometimes you got to give your life up for your team so they can make the better play, and you got to look at that bigger picture, and this guy's already doing it.
Yeah, and I really like the analogy on how they mold these semi-players, if you will, into showing how to play like a pro. As you can see, Booba and Shooter been on the pro scene for a really long time. Falcated was a doubles person, I believe. He was really good in 2v2 tournaments and the Team Beyond and stuff like that. And, you know, eventually he got his big break, along with Shotzi getting also his own big break, and they molded him into better players, and they're actually competing against Allegiance, making them run for their money.
And if you want to pick up a free gold rec pack, be sure to redeem the code TeamLiquid23 there. You'll see it at the bottom right of your screen at halo.gg, and you'll pick up a free gold rec pack. So if you got your box, if you got your computer next to you, go ahead, load it up, get a free gold rec pack.
Free gold rec packs all the time. Who wouldn't accept free gold?
Yeah. You might as well get it. It's free. Free for everyone. By the way, also, we've got Halo Wars 2 here on the side. People playing Halo Wars 2. We've had free-for-all going on. You know, the Gold Star BR, I heard he's been coming out pretty hot. He had over 70 kills in one of the free-for-all games. So I'm excited to see where we land up with the top 6 free-for-all players on Sunday and see that final match and see kind of what new blood is coming into the mix. Free-for-all always known to bring in that new face, that new player, and really kind of get the start for a lot of these guys in their gaming career. But we are getting ready for game number 3. Capture the flag on Truth. Let's kick things off with Boo once again. This man is coming in hot. He's smiling earlier, just super happy, super comfortable. Let's see what he's going to do off the rip.
All right, and we're going to be kicking this one off with Booba, who's going to be supporting his teammates on a P1, making sure they probably get the camo. Even if it's a suicide, any burn is worth it. He's one shot, so he said, you got to burn it. I'm going to try to suicide for some time. And there's the camo grab, and he just got taken down. That's Shotzi on the screen as he's going for the double kill. And look at that, not even challenging anytime soon. But Suspector already running the flag P1, going already so fast, already across the map. This is going to be a first flag cap already in 30 seconds of the game.
He's going to take it in, get the classic ground pound. Barely misses that. We've seen some wild plays at the end of games where players barely miss that cap, but now going up 1-0 right now. They got to win this game here on Team Allegiance's side, or they will lose the series. They will have to bring this back, being down 2-0. So Suspector taking it slow after getting that cap, waiting for his teammates to spawn up. You've got a player spawning up over in the car bubble. He knows a player is down below, gets the ground pound. Can he finish it? No, he cannot.
Embarrassed. That was absolutely crazy shots by Shotzi, I believe, who's
another
still
kill.
Getting another kill. He has the green gun. Going
He's
for
not
the
done.
Kill. The protector medal. This guy is a hard target to deal with. The triple kill, and they're just spawning. They're trying to take down Shotzi. The flag is already in the hands of Suspector, and he's running it, but Booba has the Allegiance flag in their attics.
Yeah, and Shotzi's still alive over on the other side of the map, just doing so much damage. I don't know how this man is still alive. Trying to stop this flag player here at bottom car. He's going to get the kill, get some help, and it looks like he will be able to get this return. And over on the other side, you're going to have Booba put in, actually, I believe that was a different player, put in that flag cap. That was going to be Shooter. So now all tied up 1-1. But let's go back to Booba, though. He's got the sword.
He has a sword. He's looking to slit some throats any point in time as he gets close. Nobody's going to challenge him just yet. There is the new ability, obviously. If you zoom in with the sword, you get about 1.5 times the lunge, and these players know exactly how to abuse it, along with the 5% movement speed.
All right, let's actually move over to a player from the other side. Let's move to Denoxide now, as Denoxide has the sword and may potentially be running that flag with the sword, since you run faster with you run the flag faster with that sword, but he's going to opt to move under the base and stay alive. And look at this, he does have a teammate moving that flag. You've got Spartan with the camo as well, but he is going to fall, and that flag will be down at pink 1. Commonly looking to try and get up into a position to get some cover fire here. You've got the flag being ran in by Suspector. Let's move over to him. Commonly getting shots over on the carbine. Let's see if Suspector can get this in a one and done. Yes, he does. They're up 2-1.
And that is Suspector getting the 2-1, bringing them right back into the lead. It's so odd when they're running the flag. It seems like they're running it with about 2 members alive, maybe even 3. And look at that. That is 3 members down from Allegiance. The only player alive from him was, I believe, Commonly, as he's trying to play as much defense as he possibly can. And there's a flag runner running the flag, trying to go for the side ninja. And he's going to get taken down, but he did delay time for everybody else from Allegiance to stop this flag from getting pulled.
Yeah, and that flag will just sit down there. Nobody in position over on the team of Inconceivable being able to keep that flag moving. But look at this. It's still alive. It is still sitting pink 1. Players are still going down, though, from Inconceivable. Not looking like they're going to be able to get that. So at least Shooter is under the base. He's in a good position. Maybe can pick up some kills. He's going to fall, though. So not going to be able to turn that into a big play by falling down there.
And let's go on board on Spartan. He just got hit by a beautiful grenade, but he's trying to contest in the enemy base with the sword. He does get caught out and taken down. Meanwhile, Boo Boo Doo Boo just picked up a huge kill on the bottom of the base. It looks like it looks like Inconceivable is playing some mad defense right now.
Yeah, 3 are down for Inconceivable, though. As they spawn up, you see Denoxide trying to just get into the base and get a fight going. But these guys are like a brick wall. You cannot get through their base right now. They've got the sword as well. No player alive over on the side of Team Allegiance. That push is completely failed, and you're just seeing some great defense from the guys on Inconceivable. Now over to Boo Boo Doo Boo, hanging out up on ping 3, getting potentially some shots here across the map. And I believe that camo is up. He's got the camo, which will be up in 2 minutes. And it looks like they are hungry to get this cap right here to tie this game up.
And Boo Boo Doo Boo finally going to be grabbing the camo. He is one shot from a nice team shot. He needs to play it real slow. He needs to play like a sneaky beaver, if you will, as he's in the attic. He does have the entire team, and look how the tables have turned. It was them playing defense in their own base, and now it's Allegiance doing the exact same thing.
Boo Boo Doo Boo able to stay alive with that camo. He's a little bit less than half left, about a quarter. He's got to be able to stay alive, wait for a teammate to push up here, or it's going to be lights out for this potential flag run. Gets his shields back, though. He does spot a player on his radar, knows that he's up there, but 2 players just running around up top. 1 player down below, picks up 1. About to pick up the double.
And a double kill as he's going to get taken down by a guy that dropped onto the lift. There is 2 more players from Inconceivable in the Allegiance base. The God Strafe just happened, but it was no match for the team shot as he's going to get taken down. Meanwhile, Shooter, along with another teammate, are on the bottom of the Allegiance base. They need to get top control, but here comes the 1v1. Meanwhile, the 2v1 with the assist shots.
Yeah, and you're going to see Shotzi moving into the base. He's going to miss a crucial splinter grenade, getting his shields back potentially, and some nades, not able to do anything. Let's go over back to the other side. Check out Denoxide, who's top middle, getting some great cover fire, but they've got to get into the other base. But you know what? They don't have to force this last flag cap. They can wait for that perfect opportunity, but you don't want to take it too slow. Look at this. This flag guy is already top middle. Can't even get it into the base. He's got that flag into the base right now.
Before he can do it, he's trying to charge up the gun. The platform, top middle, where sword spawn definitely protected his moment, but we're going to go on board with Valkated. We haven't even seen him just yet, as the score is 2-2.
They did tie it up with that wild flag run. Would love to see that replay at the end. You just saw every player from Team Allegiance watching the guy run the flag top middle. Denoxide was sitting up at ping 3 just watching him with the plasma pistol, and he just flew the flag into the base and got a cap. What a clutch play.
That was a really great play. I believe 2 members of Allegiance were still alive and they had top control. And look at this, that's 3 members down from Allegiance, make it 4 as they're going to be running in the final flag cap. They're going to be spawning onto the car bubble, so it's going to be an absolute race. Let's go on board with Ryan Shooter, who has a sword, and he's trying, with Ryan, who's trying to play some defense. He's going to have to meet some Allegiance players, and there's going to be a nice kill on him. They're tossing the flag out, and that's going to be 3 members of Allegiance, and the reverse sweep as 4 players from Inconceivable are down as they're running in the final flag. And we're on board right now with Shotzi, I believe, and they might be a little bit too late as Spartan is going to cap the flag. That was absolutely amazing stuff. I told you, you're gonna learn the truth. You gotta pledge allegiance. They definitely got the nice cap as they had to do the flag race. Winning that race was absolutely huge. Spartan the dog looking like a cheetah as he was taken off.
Wow, that turnaround there from the guys on Team Allegiance, couldn't believe it. Let's take a look at these stats though. 53 kills from the guys on Inconceivable, completely outslaying the guys on Team Allegiance, and only 42 from the guys on Team Allegiance. So getting outslayed, but still winning the game.
That, I'm telling you, man, my heart was beating just a little bit for a split second there. As soon as 3 members from Allegiance were down, I really thought it was all over, but you always got to depend on that base race. Nobody was there to play some defense, and the kills were absolutely going off that game.
Yeah, you're going to see Denoxide with 17 kills and 10 deaths there. And let's actually see who was running those flags. Let's see who was getting those flag grabs there. We had a few flag returns. You had a lot of flag grabs. That's going to be from Suspector. Actually, not too many flag grabs.
Yeah,
out of the 4 that they grabbed, they got 3. So
yeah.
that's a great percentage. From the other side, they had 4, only capped 2. So, I mean, at least it's showing great signs for Team Allegiance. The times that they do grab the flag, more times than not, they are going to cap that.
Well, it's nice to know that even though under pressure, like I said, a lot of teams, the second they're 3 down and they're already running a flag, everybody's mind is, well, we lost. You know what? Allegiance said, you know what? We got a race. We could still win this, and they did. They pulled off the impossible. They got 4 down from Inconceivable, ended up recapping the recap.
Yeah, some great plays. We saw 2 camos picked up by both sides. Then we saw 7 sword kills over from the guys on Inconceivable and only 1 sword kill from the guys on Team Allegiance. So, I mean, looking at that stat line, too, you're just seeing Inconceivable just, they're these slain monsters. Maybe just needed to put a little bit more focus to the objective, but there you're going to see the guys here on Inconceivable. That's Boo Boo Doo right in front right there on your screen. And you're going to see on that middle right side, that is Shotzi, the new player. On that far right side, that'll be Falcated, but Shooter hiding behind Boo Boo Doo right now. But these guys are talking strats. Don't seem too worried. Just seems like, hey, we're down 2-1, but this is the game you don't want to lose.
Yes.
When they tie it up 2-2 and you're going into game 5, that's a brutal feeling because in the back of your mind, you are thinking reverse sweep could potentially happen. It could happen. And these guys, they did it. They did that to Team Allegiance, so anything's possible.
Yeah, it looks like Allegiance, I think the team captain of Allegiance probably sent everybody to CPR training so they learn how to not to choke. As you can see, making a huge comeback from that one. But anyways, I wanted to tell you this and point it out in the beginning of the game. Even though the beginning of the game on Truth, Spartan, he was seriously looking at everybody's eyes and he was telling them what's going to happen in this game. We can't lose. He was being absolutely energetic, showing them like, you know, we got to focus. We got to focus. And the second the game started, all the handshakes were going. I think you could read lips. And he said, we got this. And they definitely had it. They lost it for a moment, but they had it in the end.
All right, so we're going into Strongholds on Eden next. Definitely interesting to see what happened on Strongholds Empire, seeing if we're going to be able to see a repeat kind of what Inconceivable did on
96
Strongholds.
to 100. That'll be absolutely phenomenal. Strongholds is absolutely my worst game type. I play weak holds when it comes to this playlist. I try and I try. I just cannot keep up. It's amazing that these players can do it, especially Empire. It's such a crisis in the pit, and these players know how to lock it down. But along with Strongholds, I think the setup is Catwalk and Red Nest, is it? Because they could watch each other's back, and with Blue Ben, you can hide from Catwalk just a little bit as you're capping it, but from Red Nest, you can get naded out by any grenades.
Yeah, it's interesting to see kind of how Strongholds on Eden has evolved. It's definitely not as fast as Empire Strongholds, but a lot of teams have a lot of different strategies, forcing teams to spawn in tower, forcing them to spawn back at blue. It's really kind of on your toes constantly deciding which ones you want to go to. But let's jump on board with Spartan the Dog off the start of this match here, getting that blue spawn and heading straight over towards the tower. And you are going to find the camo over here, so he will be able to get this camo and burn that camo, which, you know, some may look at a bad play. Sometimes you can look at that as a good play because, you know what, at least camo is not going into the hands of the other team. Commonly here up at top, Catwalk knows that he has cover here in tower, but there is a player up behind him at blue. A player did sneak behind and get a double kill, a big play there. Now you've got Shotzi pushing up. He's going to have to win this 1v1 battle. Will get taken down, but now over to Boo Boo Doo as he's got the rockets.
He's got the rockets, but the stabilize juking him out. He's going to have to suicide himself. That was a nice stabilize from Commonly, making him waste 2 rockets, but they are down into the blue court, but that is 2 players down from Inconceivable. So they got to make sure that they could secure these rockets. I don't know if anybody's making room for them yet. They're kind of out of the way for the moment, but we're going to go on board with
Observer mode
here.
We're going to go into Observer mode, so you are going to see some players that are going to be highlighted. You can see those players, but the players in the game cannot see that. So we do have Shotzi on board right now, who's getting some control here at top Catwalk, and he sees some players across the map, but you know what? They have Catwalk. They've got the Trip Cat now. They've got some control, but as I say that, they do lose the Blue Ben. So we're going to see how how they hold this. Do they want to hold catwalk? Do they want to hold nest and keep the other team at bay? But look at this. They have a player who snuck behind them, potentially could have spawned there as well, but they are now making a push. Team Allegiance trying to push up, but that's going to be 3 down for Team Allegiance. That's going to completely close out that push, and you've got Shotzi moving back over to the nest, potentially helping out, blocking these spawns. But what will happen now, he is going to open up those spawns at tower, so we'll see if any players do spawn at tower.
And here's Booba with the flank, getting a nice kill on him as he's looking for the double kill. Nobody challenging just yet. They're actually saying, guys, we don't need Blue Ben. We need Butter setup, which is Red Nest and Catwalk, but rockets are coming up soon. And the fact that Boo still has rockets from the first time, he lost the last rocket shot, and he just killed the new rocket guy.
Right, you are. Boo able to take down that player. Let's actually move over to Shooter now, who was able to acquire those rockets, controlling red. They have the Trip Cat right now. Shooter's still holding on to these rockets right now.
And Shooter is going to be pretty much playing defense. They got a triple cap, and nobody's taking anything just yet. And he's on red SMG. Nobody ever really goes there, but it took him a while to realize that it was a 3v4 for a while in that fight. And Suspector is fighting the Overshield guy with camo. That was a camo. That was the ability fight right there with camo and Overshield. Went for the backsmack, did not work. But that is all right because
this is not looking good for Team Allegiance though right now. You've got Inconceivable really pulling away right now. But now, hopefully able to get some more points on the board. Team Allegiance is able to get some control of Catwalk and Blue Ben, but now slowly losing Blue Ben. They are able to get that reset across the map. Let's actually move over to the other side of the map with Boo. He's got the light rifle, putting some shots on that player, and you've got a player pushing in to the turbine on a solo mission. Not sure about that push. Seemed like you could have maybe waited for a teammate there, kind of just put himself into a very risky situation, and now this is going to turn out very bad for his entire team. That's going to be 2 down for Team Allegiance, and it looks like we may see them potentially lose that Blue Bend. Actually, they will pick up the kill on the player at Blue Bend and Boo. So now over to Denoxide.
And yeah, we're going to be on board with Denoxide as he's making his way toward Red Nest. They are stronghold capturing right now, and that was a nice, perfect kill as he's making it look like a double kill. Pulls out the assault rifle, not challenging the fight, but a team shot is going to shut him down. Meanwhile, Commonly on his way, playing some defense as well. New rockets are going to be up in 5 seconds, along with all the abilities in about 20.
Yeah, Commonly getting some shots over there. Waiting to see what happens with those rockets, just trying to get into a good position so he doesn't get taken out. Spots a player, misses the beatdown, but his teammate will be there. He'll get taken down by the rockets. Let's move over to Boo, who's got Overshield and rockets. This is looking really good, but
and
he may get the same
again as he's going to have to stay in the fire. I'm telling you, that is an effective strategy. I don't know who did it. I think it was Spartan. Boo losing the entire Overshield just because of that one play.
But a big rocket kill, using the wall, shooting the rocket there, and picking up the double kill. That's 3 down for Team Allegiance. The last player trying to stay alive. You got Boo on the hunt, though, looking for him. Spots the camo guy, calls him out. He's able to get some help to pick up that kill while still having some rockets. While this is unfolding, though, they do lose Blue Ben. So they've got to try and just keep their focus on 2 strongholds. It seems like their team is just losing focus, trying to go for that trip cap while they're losing that that second stronghold that they're holding across the map.
But a nice nade from across the map. Going to hit Boo with a direct one, making him one shot. Nobody's there to clean him up, but it did get him to back off, so he couldn't push anywhere else with rockets, but not that he needs to push. They are scoring at the moment, but it's looking like they're wanting to get the trip cap. They're wanting to make sure they have no chance of coming back like in that truth game.
There you see it. They are going for this Blue Bend now. That's going to be 3 down for the guys on Inconceivable. Boo is able to pick up that stronghold cap. That is a trip cap with pretty much their entire team down and spawning up right now over on the blue side. So let's move over and see if they're able to do anything. Gets a plasma stick, a big, huge play there with the plasma stick to keep control of that Blue Bend. Let's move over to Falcated, trying to get up the top catwalk. He's going to miss his stabilized jump, trying to stay alive here at bottom middle by missing that jump. It looks like they are going to lose control of the catwalk, so now you've got Team Allegiance in control, trying to bring this game back. Falcated finally makes it up the top catwalk, finds a player, almost sticks himself, but he's able to get control of the catwalk.
Yeah, Falcated almost throwing a huge edge right there, almost sticking himself, but he's still staying under pressure. Suspector did grab the new rocket launcher as he's taking Blue Ben. Did get a nice kill, a double kill, looking for the triple kill, but nobody's in sight. That's 3 members down from Inconceivable as the overshield was just picked up by Commonly. They definitely have everything in control. I think the Dockside is fighting Camo Guy right now, or at least fighting for Camo with a friend, and they're going to lock down both abilities along with the power weapon. This is looking good for Allegiance.
Yeah, and you look at Suspector, he thinks that there are some players spawning at blue, which they are. Probably gets the call out, but no way! What a kill, taking down Suspector, who had rockets.
That was a huge play, but we're going to see Spartan make a bigger one as he has the camo. He's trying to protect Red Nest. There's 2 players on it. He's putting shots, as many shots as he can, but he's in a bad position. He got called out, and he's going to get shut down. Meanwhile, Commonly is on a blue Ben. And look at the score. It's 67-81. Allegiance has the triple cap. They're making the comeback here. They were down by 28 points. Now they're only down by 9.
Holding this down, you've got Commonly making a push up the top catwalk. That's 2 down for Inconceivable. Looking to pick up the battle rifle. Great maneuvers here, picking up these mid-tier weapons to use to his advantage. It looks like his team is picking up control of the nest right now, trying to get control, but not able to. While that's happening, over on this other side, they lose the blue bend. You've got Inconceivable looking to close this game out. Now 83-77. This game is extremely close. Look at everyone on the team of Team Allegiance, though, trying to push out to blue bend, and you've got Denoxide staying alive, trying to keep Catwalk in his team's possession. Rockets are coming up very soon as well. We've got Overshield and Camo coming up on top of that. These are going to be the most crucial Overshield and Camo and Rockets in the entire game.
And we saw Allegiance grab all 3. Suspector choking with the Rockets, unfortunately, but the new ones are coming up. Denoxide finally getting taken down. Suspector trying to capture what Denoxide started, and he looks like he's almost going to do it. He is one shot with the SMG. He's going to get taken down. They are still capping it. It's 96-77. Meanwhile, Shotzi has the new rockets, and he's looking for the overshield. Blind rocket maybe, but it looking like it's going to be a GG going to the hands of Inconceivable. Very depressed.
Inconceivable does it. They're going to take the series 3-1 in this rematch up against Team Allegiance. Definitely 2 teams highly favored to make it into the top 8 of that open bracket, to see them in the championship bracket, but some serious plays out of the guys here. Boo Boo Doo, Shooter, Shotzi, and Falcated. Let's take a look at the stats here and see what's going on that stat line. Take a look. A lot of assists once again here for the guys on Inconceivable. A lot of assists, a lot more teamwork out of them coming into play, and that really comes back to bite you. I mean, you can have the best individual skill, but it really comes down to teamwork to take you up to that next level.
And the assist, I don't know where it went wrong. You know what? I do scratch that. Suspector fell asleep through CPR training. He choked with the Rockets, and it absolutely threw the game just a little bit, but that's all right. Everybody makes mistakes, and you know what? They're still friends for it. You know what I mean? Even though somebody fails, they said, you know what? It's all right. We'll get them next time. It's not the end of the world. This is barely the first tournament.
This is a double elimination tournament. You're going to see Team Allegiance be sent to the losers bracket. Now, they're still in this. They still have the opportunity to make it into the top 8 of the open bracket, and we could easily see them later today in the championship bracket. But, I mean, both teams playing phenomenal. I know I keep saying this over and over again. Shotzi is just impressing me so much as this new face. It had to happen at some point. We had our Boo Boo Doobos. We had our Hooks. We've had Falcated come into the mix. We've seen Renegade previously come into the mix. He's kind of been in and out, but now Shotzi kind of being that new guy amongst these top players here.
And here's where it all was happening. This is where the magic happened. That was Spartan getting taken down by Boo Boo Doo, a huge double kill. Guardian Angel, a lot of these players getting Guardian Angels. Meanwhile, Boo Boo Doo taking the Rockets, getting the nice cleanup kill.
What a juke.
And a nice kill for the trade.
You got to love that juke, that little peek back out. You're going to run away, but you know what? We're going to come. I'm going to come right back around this corner. That type of play, that's where you get into the mind games, and this massive kill there on Suspector to take down him with the Rockets. I mean, sometimes you just got to use that rocket. You want to save the Rockets sometimes, but it can come back to bite you like that. You just want to shoot the rocket, get the easy kill, even if they're already weak. Even if they're one shot, you don't need to switch sometimes. Just go for that easy kill.
Yeah, and look at the matchup, 196, 50-47, 2-3, 100-77. These teams are absolutely really close to each other in skill. Obviously, you can see Inconceivable coming up in the end of it all, but every game was absolutely nail-biting at every moment. I absolutely had an awesome time casting over these games.
Yeah. I mean, these matches are just going to keep getting better as well. The next match that we're going to see, pretty much every match from here on out, they are going to be qualifiers to make it into that top 8. So there you're going to see it. Inconceivable. By winning this match, they're guaranteed to be in the top 8 in the Open Cup, or excuse me, in the Open event, to make it into the championship bracket. So they can kind of rest assured right now knowing that they're sitting pretty, going to play later today. Team Allegiance obviously still working through the losers bracket. Not sure who they are going to play, but we'll be able to find that out very shortly. But yeah, man, we've got a lot of great games, a lot of great teams. And just over this weekend, getting to talk to a lot of the players, getting to talk to a lot of the guys that have came out here, people that have traveled from all over the states, and people that are even local to the area coming out to their first tournament. It's great to see so many new faces out here, so many new players competing, whether it be in 4v4, whether it be in FFA. It just shows that we got a strong community here, and there's a lot of competitive drive with a lot of players across the nation.
Man, that was absolutely fantastic. I'm still mind blown from that. I knew it was going to be a good match. I knew it was going to be a good matchup series. I really wanted Allegiance to, make them bite the dust, but you know what? It ended up being the same thing, 3-1. It's crazy. Now, as a team, would this put like a mental block on you, losing to a team twice?
Sometimes that definitely would. Especially going from that placement cup to losing right now. This is the tournament environment. This is on main stage. This is when it all counts. This is when it matters. And you see them fall like that, even though they are close games. I think if you're Team Allegiance, though, you're looking at that stat line right there, 196. All these games, they're just way too close. It comes down to some of those simple misplays. Just kind of correcting those, and you're going to be able to do a lot better. But I think where Inconceivable kind of had the upper hand is just the amount of teamwork, the amount of assists that we're seeing, the amount of damage output. We're not seeing that entirely. We're not seeing that consistency from the guys on Allegiance. And maybe that's something as simple as a talk of, hey, guys, we need to small talk more. Hey, Butters, I'm pushing over to pink side. Come with me. Something as simple as that. And that's something, looking in from the outside, it can be something as simple as just a small call out. When you're playing consistently throughout, or when you're playing constantly throughout the day, as you go on, fatigue sets in. And sometimes you forget about those little things. And that's where it's good to have a teammate reminder, hey, mid-game, guys, we're losing our hype, we're losing focus. Don't forget to call out. I remember back in the day, Walshy, many times I would get really silent and quiet, or maybe Ogre 2 or Ogre 1, they would be like, Mike, you're getting quiet, man, you're getting quiet. I'd start to speak up and get louder, call out more, and that just helps the entire team. So it's everyone working together. It's a collective effort. It's a wolf pack. You're a team trying to win that one goal, bring home the W.
Now, you know what I think is absolutely crazy about all of these teams? Out of all the players, 2 of them just have a really, really special relationship together, Like with Roy and Lunchbox being brothers, being since 5K from Halo 2 times, I think even Halo 1 possibly. They've been playing together ever since. Predevinator and Contra, been playing since Halo 5 started on Allegiance, now teaming with Roy and Lunchbox, but they're all having this special friendship, and as you can see, I believe it's going to be Falcated and Shotzi going to have a nice relationship, Booba Dooba and Shooter sticking together still, and as far as commonly, Allegiance, I think Spartan and Oxide are definitely the closest on the teams, and it helps. It helps being close to a teammate, like because you saw Walshy, Ogre 2, Ogre 1 in your prime as brothers. You guys hung out every day. You guys probably knocked each other out every time, and always had each other's back.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what it comes down to, just having each other's back. If you have a bad game, it doesn't matter as long as you're bringing home the win. If you go negative, it doesn't matter. It's not about the stat line. It's just about winning. You have a bad play, doesn't matter. If you talk and go too deep into that one play that was a misplay, it's going to just make that harder on that player. It's going to make them feel bad, like, man, I shouldn't have done that. And it's like, hey, man, that was just one play. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's going to play perfect Halo consistently all the time. And that's where you just got to be able to rally back and really make things happen. But it does sound like we have an interview down on the floor, so we're going to send it down to you.
Okay, guys, I'm here with Boo Boo Doo Boo. Boo Boo, what is it like picking up and playing with Shotzi?
It's honestly... It's really good. He's like one of my best friends. We sit in Skype calls all day, every day. Same with Falcated. They're 2 really great dudes just trying to play some Halo, and we all have fun. It's really fun.
Now you went up 3-1. What are you guys planning on doing for the rest of the tournament, trying to replicate all those plays? What's your mindset going forward?
Yeah, we're just taking it series by series. Don't really expect too much. We're just going to play the best we can. That's good enough for me.
All right, guys, you heard it here from Boo Boo. Back to you guys at the desk. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Wood. Shout out to Boo Boo Doo Boo. What a series! We're still like trying to calm down over here on the analyst desk.
I said not to underestimate him.
It's crazy. Just the team as a whole in general, too, because Shotzi came forward and really had some awesome plays. And honestly, when it comes to best of fives, too, I think like that game one is just so important in determining how the rest of the series is going to go.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw Shotzi in a big way come back. I think they were down at one point. You know, they were on the verge of losing. They had to come and bring it back. Like that first game could not have been any closer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was insane. We saw Boo Boo making his classic plays once again with the camouflage. I think that was definitely a tide turner. I know right in the middle of the game, we did see that it was a triple cap in favor of Allegiance, and they kind of climbed back up. They were down 40 to 20-ish at one point, and then they flipped the tables, went up 65 to 44, I believe the score was. Just going back and forth, we kept seeing players fight for outside. But as the match went on, we did see Boo Boo Doo Boo constantly getting that overshield. He would maintain it and then push with it, and really was just making a lot of great plays with it.
Yeah, totally. Boo Boo Doo Boo was definitely the control. He controlled the entire match as far as I was concerned. That no-scope at the end of Plaza Slayer to deny the power-up from Allegiance. I mean, that was just huge. I mean, I almost jumped out of my seat. It was incredible. But also Shotzi on Truth, I was not expecting some of the things that he was doing. They didn't take that game, but, I mean, it was incredible. His movement around the lift with the plasma pistol and just landing those shots around the wall, just really, really good reaction time from him. That was really fun to watch.
Yeah, it was impressive.
And I feel like, you know, we've had a tournament full of 3-0s for broadcast purposes, and you know, leading into that match, we're like, all right, I think this is probably going to deviate away from that 3-0 trend that we're seeing, and that's exactly what happened. Yep. I also feel like, you know, in esports and Halo, you can see a series that's like 3-0 or 3-1, and it's like, okay, that team kind of, you know, took care of business. But in this series, I truly believe it could have gone either way. I think we have a series layout to look at here just to get a refresher on exactly how that went down. But do you guys agree? Like, I feel like that could have gone either way, and it came down to particular moments.
If it was a best of 7, who knows what happens, right? Yeah.